Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Makokadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahash, Bahashem, and name Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew of Shwankadash Old Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles. Wa Akim Ma'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a prophecy updates as of November the 24th, 2025 on this Monday morning. And it says multiple drones down en route to Moscow, right? Because we're seeing the tensions been heating up between Moscow and Russia. Because you've been having, I believe, the European Union and the this current administration. Because at first, I believe the European Union didn't like the proposal from the Trump administration about the peace proposal deal between Russia-Ukraine situation. And then I believe like a couple of days later, they came with their own proposal plan. And then you had Marco Rubio from the Trump administration. I believe they met with the leaders from the European Union and Ukraine side as well too. I believe they had made some type of progress of that. And now they have their own proposal of the peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. But till then, till that be settled, but till then, we definitely been seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation been intensifying by the day. It says you had Putin and Erdogan hold call on Ukraine conflict. Kremlin has said the two presidents have discussed a U.S. draft peace proposal in a phone conversation, according to Moscow. Right, so we're gonna see how that plays out. But in the meantime, you're still gonna be seeing wars and rumors of wars heating up with the Russia-Ukraine situation. It says Brazil enormously worried about U.S. forces off Venezuela. Right, the president of that's the president of Brazil, because we've been seeing tensions been heating up between the president of Colombia. The president of Colombia and the president of Venezuela and the president.
I'm surprised you even outside.
Right, so as we've been seeing, tensions been heating up between the president of Venezuela and the president of the United States. And then for the past couple of months, we've been seeing military building up from the United States heading down towards the Caribbean Sea, getting close to off the shores of Venezuela. A lot of military building up from the United States. And you've been seeing military exercises from Venezuela, just in case they be on standby, just in case the United States might do further attacks, near or on the shores of Venezuela. So that's another sign of wars and rumors of wars as they are tackling the drug trafficking that's taking place down there. That's why we've been seeing United States ships and Navy deployment been down there, and the CIA operatives that have been taking place for the past 2 months or so. So, it definitely is heating up down there in that region. It says India launched a new anti-submarine warship. Another sign of wars and rumors of wars. It says Sudan rejects U.S.-backed proposal on conflict resolution, right? Because tensions been heating up throughout the years recently over there in Sudan and South Sudan. As it was a one peace proposal deal. I believe they agreed to it like a couple weeks ago. Now with this latest proposal, I believe they have rejected it. As it says again, Sudan rejects U.S.-backed proposal on a conflict resolution. It says Beijing and Tokyo clash over enemy state closure, the UN Charter. Because I believe it was a news article that I think it's from WION. They were saying that Japan sent some missile ships heading towards the borders of the South China Sea. So that's another sign of wars and rumors of wars heating up, especially, throughout the years recently. We've been seeing tensions heating up between North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and the United States. And then tensions have been heating up between China and the Philippines as well, too. And the disputed territory islands that was taking place. Tensions between China and the Philippines as well, too. Because you got Japan, I believe you got Japan, South Korea, teaming up with I think they teaming up with Taiwan, I believe. And then you had the tension been heating up, with those nations, because you had Beijing sending those warnings, recently against Taiwan and the Philippines, as we've been seeing the alliance between Taiwan and Japan. So these are signs of building up of wars and rumors of wars heating up between the nations. Like it says in Matthew's the 24th chapter. Oh, those was previous news articles. Right, bring out the scriptures now. This is the book of Matthew's, chapter 24. Oh, Jamal, yeah, let it go. I'll put it on this other sheet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cleaning up our job. Oh, neighbors, cross street. Mm-hmm. Lady don't be here spot no more. Oh, we can do wait that. Yep, wait for it to come. It'll be on there probably about 12. Yeah. Yeah, about 12, so like it did last time. I hope that rain, don't get that rain today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? The Russia-Ukraine situation, despite the fact they trying to push forth a peace deal from the European Union and from the Trump administration. And then you've been seeing tensions been heating up with the Russia-Ukraine situation and NATO versus Russia as well, too. And then tensions been heating up down there in Latin America, South America, between the nations of the United States armies and the Venezuela armies and the Colombian armies and the Trinidad armies as well too. With military building up and military exercise been happening between both sides from the United States armies and from the Venezuela's armies as well too. And we're seeing clashes are heating up between Beijing and Japan as well too. Latest that been lasting for about 2.5 weeks now. As we've been seeing, tensions heating up over there in the Korean Peninsula, North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. And we've been seeing tensions heating up between China and the Philippines. So these are signs of building up of wars and rumors of wars. And then we've been seeing the Israel Defense Force going against Hezbollah and the pro-Iranian groups over there in the Middle East. Another sign of wars and rumors of wars heating up. Matthews 24, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but then it's not yet. Right, so it's going to build up and increase. It's going to come to pass, but not going to end as yet. Matthews 24 and verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, which goes into ethnos, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, because you had, give credit to Dabu 77. He was saying that it was been some I would say for the past couple of days, you've been seeing heavy swarms of 90 earthquakes hitting outside of Southern California and Northern California as well too. A potential of a big one is overdue, which they have been talking about that for quite a while now. So far, I would say for the past 2.5 years, and recently, of a major earthquake might hit over there in Southern California and San Andreas in the southern region, with the tectonic plate being over there increasing. Swarms of earthquakes and aftershocks of it. So expect to see more increasing earthquakes in diverse places, increasing famines and pestilence, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and the wars and rumors of wars. And this is Luke 21, Luke 21, verse 25, it says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity where it's one. Right, we see what's going on over there in Nigeria with that situation. Continue the children keep on getting kidnapped. Christian persecution, supposedly. Tensions heating up over there in South Sudan, over there in Myanmar. Seditions, uprisings, uproars, people world. We seeing the signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and the moon that Yahweh Shai spoke about, showing us forth. And we seeing the distress of nations with perplexity where it's born. That's what we're seeing. And this is St. Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. It says, and if a kingdom be divided except the kingdom that stand, right, we're seeing the kingdom of Edom is being divided. The Edomite from America and the Edomite over there in Europe is being divided. The Edomite over there in Russia being divided with the Edomite over there in Ukraine. So we're definitely seeing the modern day nations and modern day kingdoms being divided, despite the fact they're trying to push for more ceasefire. But the tensions are going to be there because they basically like frenemies, because it's a balanced thing up and down. St. Mark chapter 3 verse 25, and if a house be divided except the house not stand, right, that's what we're seeing. And this is the prophet Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah 51 and verse 46. It says, at least your heart faint, ye fear. It says, at least your heart faint, where heart your mind, and ye fear for the rumor that should be heard in the land, and a rumor should come both 1 year, after that another year should come a rumor, advise the land ruler against ruler, right? We're seeing modern day ruler against modern ruler, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And this is the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that have it before thee and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and the pestilence. Right, so the prophets of old, Jeremiah, Isaiah, the prophets of old, when they was on the scene, they was prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and the pestilence. And that's what's happening these times. The prophets in modern day times prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and the pestilence. And that's what we see in our world today. The increasing of war, evil, and the pestilence is going to continue to increase. And this is, Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, because you're still going to have Russia in that warlike mindset. This is Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth in all thy army, horse and horsemen, all of them full for all sorts of armor, even a great company book of shields, all of them swords, right? So Russia, they still going to be in that warlike mindset, because Russia represents the bear in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, because this is a prophecy that we see it playing out, which is going to come to pass, be fulfilled. So expect to see the Russia-Ukraine situation intensifying unless they come with a peace agreement from the side of the European Union or from the Trump administration. We'll see if both sides might agree to it from Moscow or Ukraine. So we're gonna see how that, and we're gonna see how that plays out. But till then, the Russian-Ukraine situation is gonna heat up, and then the tension between NATO and Russia, that's heating up on a daily basis as well too. And this is the prophet Isaiah chapter 17 and verse 1. The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus take away from being the city, and it shall be Israel heat, right? Because you're still going to have cross-border conflicts between the pro-Iranian groups, the proxy groups, going against the Israel Defense Force. So this is a prophecy that we see in the making as well too. The prophecies about Damascus. Isaiah 17 and verse 9. It says, in that day shall the strong cities be as for shaken, brought into uttermost branch, in which they left because of the children of Israel, and there should be desolate. Right, and that's what we're going to be seeing these times. And this is the prophet Isaiah chapter 13 verse 17. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 17. Yeah, Isaiah 13 verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which they shall not regard silver, and as for gold, and they shall not delight in it. Rise of the tension between Russia and the United States, that's only going to heat up. So economical wars and nuclear wars and tensions, and only continue to increase between the United States and Russia. Despite the fact they're trying to ease the tensions, but the tensions are still going to be there. And this is Revelations. This book of Revelations 11 verse 14, the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. We're seeing that increasing. So expect to see more wars, rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So that's something going to continue to increase. And this is precept Matthew Matthew 12 and verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts were the heart of their mind. He said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right, that's what we're seeing. St. Mark 3 verse 20, the Gospel of Matthew 12 verse 26, and it reads, and if Satan cast out Satan and be divided against himself, how should his kingdom stand? Right, that's what we're seeing. All right, bring out some more prophecy updates, some more news articles. This is a British Navy trails two Russian spy ships. Right, wars and rumors of wars, especially between Russia and Russia and NATO and the European Union and their allies going against one another. Those wars and rumors of wars. It says Japan and Thailand spat over Taiwan's escalations. Right, another wars and rumors of wars. It says flights to Venezuela canceled as U.S. ramps up pressure on Maduro. Yep, another sign of wars and rumors of wars once again. U.S. formally labeled Maduro as a TRRST, open doors to expand military action. Yeah, that's another sign of wars and rumors of wars. So the tensions are really heating up down there, South America, between the United States armies and the Venezuelan armies, and the tension between the United States president and the president of Venezuela. It says airlines, this is from the Miami Herald, it says airlines halt Venezuela flights as U.S. military build-up triggers a FAA warning. Right, wars and rumors of wars once again. It says Israeli airstrike kills Hezbollah chief of staff Ali Tabia. So yeah, definitely tensions are really heating up over there in Lebanon once again, because I believe this is the first ever strike within months. So those tensions, so this ceasefire is definitely in jeopardy between Hezbollah and the Israeli Defense Force over there in Lebanon. It says Russia is willing to keep on fighting in Ukraine. It says U.S. ally issued a travel warning for Venezuela's as Trump targets Maduro. Yep, once again, wars and rumors of wars. It says North Korea expanding major nuclear site. Right, North Korea been building up their nuclear capability. It says a Russian airborne airstrike in Karlovy, unalived 4, injured 13 at least. This is from the UPI, news article. It says G20 summit renews multilateralism commitments in the face of U.S. boycott. It says volcano eruptions in northern Ethiopia sending ashes plumes towards Yemen and Oman. Right, that's Isaiah the 29th chapter that the Heavenly Father is going to visit this earth with these tornadoes, earthquakes, landslides, floodings, volcano eruptions, wildfires, etc. It says Myanmar junta arrests 1,600 latest scam sent raid. Right, because there's been a lot of activities been going over there in Myanmar. That's that Luke 21 verse 25. The scores of nations will perplex sea born. It says 14 people unalive near Congo's capital as violence over land intensify. Yep, wars and people war. Since I mentioned that, bring out that second Ezra 9 and verse. Second Ezra 9 and verse 3. Then I'm gonna close it out with that. Matter of fact, bring out 2 more scriptures. It'll make more sense. Yeah, this is Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth progressive nations with perplexity rich born. Right, as we're seeing increasing progressive nations with perplexity rich born. And we definitely seeing the signs in the sun and the moon and the stars as well too with this latest Atlas situation that be going on. And we've been seeing chariot sightings, solar eclipse, blood moons, and all these signs that we see in the sky that Yahweh Shemash has shown us. And the earth progressive nations with perplexity rich born was that sun going to continue to increase. And this is second Esdras. Yep, second Esdras chapter 9 verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, right, we're going to be seeing earthquakes at an increasing rate. And the upwards people were, right, those tensions hitting over there in Congo, over there in Sudan, over there in Myanmar, and different parts around the world. We're seeing upwards of people in the world. We're seeing nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, moderate ruler against moderate ruler. So we're going to continue to see all that increase. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of the prophecy updates as of November the 24th, 2025 on this Monday morning. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Makakadash, Barakatham, to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Until next time, I would say Shalom.